Hey everyone, welcome back to the Book Vandal Shop. This is Dawn. Today I'm just going to do a little bit of embellishing in a couple of journals. So this is kind of my prototype here. I'm working on a set of bird journals for the Etsy shop. And I don't know, they will all be very, very similar in size. So I already have everything prepped. So this is kind of going to be my model. I'm going to set that off to the side, and this is the one I'm going to be working in. There we go. I am trying a new camera setup, so I have to keep kind of checking it and sitting up a little bit because I'm kind of short. So hopefully this will work a little better for a camera setup. My problem before was always that I had the camera over here in front of me, and I kept breathing into it. And so I went back and I kind of watched some of my videos, and you know what, I don't want to put that on yet. I want to put my string on there, my closure string. Let's put that on there. Yeah, I went back and I watched some of my videos, and I'm like, I sound like a heavy breather on the telephone. So I thought, okay, I've got to change something there. I can't keep breathing into the phone. And it's kind of in my way when I'm crafting. The only problem now is I never know whether or not I'm in frame because I can't hardly see it. So hopefully I am in frame. If I'm not, I guess I won't upload it. Yeah. So I've had printer woes. You've seen my videos, I'm sure. So I have one I just did, and I'm gonna get that uploaded here in a little bit. And I promise that will be the last one because I got it sorted. I have it all sorted now. So I'll show you that in a little bit. So the last of my printer woes, I promise. Okay. So what have you all been up to? We've been winding down summer around here. Got my daughter moved back into college, so you know, that's kind of bittersweet. Okay, I have here. This is an artymaze kit, by the way. This is butterflies and birds, or birds and butterflies, something like that, from her. So it has some butterflies in it, which is awesome because this fabric I found has birds and butterflies both. So this is just a piece of cardstock, and I punched the edge with a an edge punch, and I'm just gonna glue it on here as a pocket. Dog's telling me she wants to go outside. Ding dong, ding dong. You're gonna have to wait, little missy. Okay. Put that on there. And it makes a nice little tuck spot for like a library card in the front, but the other reason I was doing it was this printout, my cover was just a little bit too big, and it just didn't go over as far as I wanted it to. And then when I cut that in half, because this was a double page, this was a page, when I cut it in half, I had an edge I didn't like. So, all right, put that on there. Okay, and then the next thing I want to do is I'm going to put a strip of paper here, and then I have some come apart, come on. I have some green leafy stuff here that I want to put on that, but I want to sew it. So I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and sew that down the strip, and I'm gonna let the dog outside so she'll quit ding-donging the doorbell, and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Have that all sewn. Now I'm just gonna glue that on there real quick. Find a piece of paper. I don't want to get glue on my stuff. So yeah, so the daughter will move back to college, sophomore year now. And as some of you might know, we homeschool, so my son is a freshman this year, my baby. So sometimes I think, how did I get to the point where my kids are grown and almost grown? Sophomore in college and a freshman in high school. Boy, it happens fast. Okay. All right. I like that. Okay, and then I have a little library card poke in there from, I think I got this from the Graphics Fairy. And I printed on the back side of it so it'd be kind of distressed. And I just poke that in there like that. And then now we'll work on this side. I have, oh, she's going to decide to eat her breakfast now. That's the only bad part about having a craft room off the kitchen is I'm in the main part of the house, so things get noisy. Okay, so what I took here was a strip of paper, my offcut on my 12 by 12 scrapbooking papers after I dyed them, and I cut them off. I had these little strips that were about 4 inches by 12, and I just folded up the bottom by a couple inches, yeah, like 2.5, something like that, and punched a little half circle there to make a pocket. And now I'm going to glue it on. Oh no, before I glue it on, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to put this little bit of trim right here on the flap. So I am going to go run this through the sewing machine and I'll come right back. Okie dokie. So I sewed that little bit of trim on, and then I also just went ahead and sewed around it. I was just having so much fun with the pedal, I just kept on going. Alright, so I am just putting some glue on the bottom and the two sides, and I am going to leave the top part here without any glue on it so we can use it for a tuck spot. Alright, okay, and then I have this little entry out of an encyclopedia. See if I can get that to come in focus. Yeah, it says bird and it talks about birds. And then I have this little picture here. So I am going to kind of layer those like that. It's so quiet. Got the puppy dogs all settled in, and hubby's at work, daughter's at college, and my son takes some classes with our local homeschool group. He takes some classes there, a couple. He takes drama and science. I don't do the science stuff. There's a lady in our homeschool group that's what her college degrees are in. I don't know if she's got a master's or PhD, but I let her tackle the science stuff, and that way he gets to do all of his labs there with them because he's taking biology. So yeah, I don't really want to do biology on my kitchen table. It's gross. A lot of people do it, yes, but I'm just I'm weak stomached, so I couldn't do it even if I wanted to. So I kind of farmed that out. So he's gone doing that. I've got the house to myself. And I don't have a lot of kids, so it's not like there's some houses that are. This is just some scrap line paper from her kit, so I'm just gonna put that on there. But I don't know, our house seems pretty lively, even though I don't have a house full of little ones. It's kind of weird when everything's quiet like this. It's like I can even hear my clock ticking. I didn't realize it was so loud. Let's see. Then I had some little scraps of sari silk, and I had some of these little words that I printed off to use here and there. So live and love, cherish, wonder. So I am going to put one of those on there. Okay. All right. Ta-da! Okay. And then the other thing I did, which I had ready to go, was I have these just little, again, offcuts of scrapbooking paper. And so I've just folded one up into thirds, and it's going to go right in there. But before I do that, I had some little banners from her kit. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. These little tiny banners with birds on them from her kit. And I just want to poke one on this side. Just like that. And on the other one I glued it. I don't know, I think I might kind of want to sew it just for some texture on there. So I'm going to run that through the sewing machine. I'll come right back. Okay, so I stitched that on there. Just put a little bit of stitching all the way across. Just gives it a little bit of visual interest. And then I have a little stamp on here. And I know that has been a lot of discussion about that lately. Stamps and angel policies. So I did want to tell you that that stamp has an angel policy. All the stamps that are in this journal come from, move the piece of paper out of the way, they come from Hampton Art. Okay, I picked these up Tuesday morning, I think, but they are Hampton Art. I have looked them up online, and they have a full angel policy. And so they have said that they have no problem with you using their stamps in items that you are selling. They just don't want it done in like large commercial quantities where and by paid labor. So unless you have employees in your shop that are, you know, cranking out stamped images, you're good to go with these. So they are Hampton Art. So if you're looking for some stamps that have angel policies, these guys do. And so I've used the bird cage, this one, I used the flower, and then they have this really cute postmark stamp in here. So I used that one too. I hope I'm in focus. So Hampton Art. And Tuesday Morning has some of their things occasionally. Okay, the next thing I did was, and there's one of them stamps right there. I just cut this out of one of artymaze's kits, or her kits, out of one of her pages. I think this is on a page with pockets. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like a belly band or like an edge tuck, but I thought it would make a really cute bookmark for the journal to be able to mark your place. So I'm just going to tuck that right here in the front. I've put a twine thing on it and hole reinforcer. So I'm tucking that in there. And then I want to make another tag so that doesn't look so empty. And I have some cardstock already cut, corner rounded, and inked. So we're ready to go. That's going to poke in there. And what I want to put on that is I've taken some of her lined paper out of the kit, tore around the edges so that it would fit, and I went ahead and inked around the edges. So I'm going to glue that on. Let me move this book out of the way. Okay. Oh, so I learned a new trick from watching Andrea Allen, who is artymaze, from watching her channel. I learned a new trick. When your bottle of Fabri-Tac gets down kind of low, you know how it wants to like ooze out the top and be a volcano and make a mess. So she said if you squeeze the bottle in before you glue and then you tip it over, I'm gonna put my finger on this one because it's a full bottle, then you tip it over and you're letting the glue come out, okay, and then you're squeezing it to put the glue on. Before you lift it up, if you squeeze it back like that and the air goes back in it, and then when you tip it up, it won't ooze out anymore. I have been trying it on my other bottle and it works really well. So she's on to something. She really is. Okay. I want to put a little bit of this, yeah, what do you call that stuff? Seam binding. I'm going to put a little bit of that seam binding here. And glue that down. Ah, not my finger. And then got another one of those little banners. Whoop! Dropped the glue. Scared the dog. Okay. Just gonna put that on there. And then I have some more of that little green ivy trim. And I'm gonna sew that on the top. So I'm gonna run that through the sewing machine really quick and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I sewed that across the top. And so it's all done. Make a cute little writing tag, and then we have our little bookmark. Put that in the back. And we're done. The inside cover and the first page here is done. So I'm going to let you all go. I'm going to do this same exact thing to my other 3 journals because I'm working on a total of 5. So I'm going to do that all off camera. I just wanted to pop in and craft with you for a few minutes. Haven't done that for a while. Alrighty, take care everyone. Speak to you all really soon. Bye-bye.